Howdy, y'all. It's me, Bob, again. Thank you for coming back to my site. I wanted to do a video on this new subject. I saw a story today from Israel 365 exclusive about this man. His name is Abdullah Hashem, as Rush Limbaugh would say, Skyhook Jabbar. It was very funny. I remember Rush Limbaugh. We miss him. But anyway, this man, whatever his name is supposed to be the new Mahdi, which is a Muslim term meaning the new Messiah. Now, I want to talk a little bit about this for a second from what I would consider a little bit of a unique viewpoint. Um, Raise your hand if you remember the New Age movement. Okay, I see a few. Now remember, raise your hand also if you remember something called channeling. Okay, now channeling was done by a few of the elite, if you will, New Age practitioners. Most of the average practitioners of the New Age movement would do something which I read about in a couple of books about the New Age, where they would meditate. And as they were meditating, they would sort of go down this elevator shaft, which is interesting that they would go down. They wouldn't go up, but they would go down an elevator shaft. And at the bottom of this elevator shaft, they would see someone and this person would be what they call their spirit guides. Remember, or raise your hand if you remember something called spirit guides. All of this goes back to the 60s and 70s when the New Age movement was at its prime. But anyway, these practitioners of the New Age would meet with their spirit guides, and these spirit guides would be anybody that they wanted to really talk to and get information and as the term spirit guide says, they would guide them spiritually into further into the New Age movement. Now, most of the practitioners, of course, would pick Jesus as their spirit guide, and of course, he would show up and he would be their spirit guide and help that person get deeper into the New Age movement. But the real top elite New Agers would channel. They would charge money and they would have seances, if you will, and people would come to see them channel certain people. And of course, they would channel their own particular spirit guide. And they had names for these spirit guides. I can't remember what they were. But anyway, if you're a Christian, you know for sure that all of these spirit guides are demons. These are demons that are practicing, that are professing to be whomever these spirit guides are, and behind the illusion of being a spirit guide was a demon. And these demons, of course, would give them information and entrap these practitioners deeper and deeper into this demon activity. And eventually, I suppose, these people would be demon possessed. Now, in reference to this Mahdi guy, Skyhook Jabbar, I read something about him, and in my opinion, this guy fits the description perfectly of a spirit guide. But there's one thing that separates him from these spirit guides, and that is that here he is in the flesh. He's not a demon practicing or pretending to be someone else. He's actually a human being. And like I said, in my opinion, he's exactly like one of these spirit guides. So it's pretty obvious that he is demon possessed, acting as a spirit guide, and he's acting as the Mahdi, the Muslim Mahdi. Um, and some of the things that he is saying is very interesting. As a matter of fact, I think it's so interesting that, in my opinion, it could be what the New Agers would call a paradigm shift, SHIFT. Uh, it's sort of a major change uh, in a dispensation. And to me, I think that's if this becomes more popular, and I think it will be more popular, that he should be showing up on a lot of Bible prophecy sites for the wrong reason, in my opinion. And I'll talk about that in a minute. But I think this could be a paradigm shift. It could be a new age paradigm shift. By the way, I believe that the New Age movement will be very prominent in the tribulation period. I've made some mention about that. Got me in a little bit of a trouble, but I think it's going to replace the theory of the Roman Catholic Church as the major player during the tribulation period. I think the Roman Catholic Church is going to take a back seat, if you will, to the New Age movement. The Roman Catholic Church will be involved in the New Age movement, but not as a major player, as I said. Um, but anyway, this paradigm shift, this dispensation change, uh, could be signaling what the Muslim community has been waiting for a long time, and that is their Mahdi. Their Mahdi is another word for Messiah. And if you know about Muslim eschatology, it teaches that when this Mahdi shows up, uh, that he will start a war and destroy all of the Muslim enemies. Um, and that's why I think it's an important story, an important dispensational change, something that might change history, if you will. If this, in the news reporting terms, has legs, if this story continues. Um, but as I said, the Islamic Muslim Mahdi will start a war and usher in the caliphate, I think it's called, where the Muslims will control the world. And Islam will be the dominant factor in the world. And that is the goal and the hope of the Muslim community, if you will. But this man is preaching and teaching something different. He's teaching and he's talking about the Jews, Israel, and the Arabs getting together, kumbaya type, and rebuilding the third temple and beginning a symbiotic relationship between Islam and even Christianity and Israel and Judaism. And this is what he's preaching, which is different from the Muslim eschatology. That is not what Muslim eschatology teaches. So we need to explore that entity or that item a little closely, more closely, as to why, in my opinion, is he talking about working with Israel in rebuilding the third temple. And again, for that reason, I believe that a lot of Bible prophecy teachers are going to grab onto this story and talk about Chrislam and talk about how great it's going to be, and they're going to. It's not true, and I'll explain to you why it's not true and why I believe it's in error to think like that. Again, if this man, and I strongly believe this man is a demon or demon possessed person, and his father, of course, is the devil, And we know that one of the names that Jesus gave to the devil is the father of all lies. So this man is a liar, and that's exactly what he's preaching and teaching right now. He's not telling the truth. He's doing something that I would think most Muslims are familiar with. It's something called takya. And takya, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, is something that Muhammad taught, and that is that it's okay to lie if it's going to, in the end, benefit the Arabs, benefit the Muslims. In other words, go ahead and lie if it's going to defeat your enemies. It's something that they teach. And I think that's exactly what we're watching right now. And I think that the Muslim community in the background, or at least probably in Iran, they're promoting this guy with the understanding that they know that this man is lying right now when he says that he wants to work with Israel to rebuild the third temple. Uh, Iran knows that he's lying, and this is, as I said, something called takya, because Iran and the Muslims know that if they work with Israel, if they have a two-state solution, that that will make it much easier for the Muslims to totally destroy Israel. And that's their goal, of course, is to destroy Israel. And getting friendly with Israel and pretending to be their friends, pretending to want to build their third temple, will assist them in this lie and assist them in the destruction of Israel. So, for that reason, again, called Takya, the Muslim community knows that this is not what they want to do in reality, but they will come out and say that this is what they want to do. They want to help Israel, they want to rebuild the third temple, but don't fall for this. Any Bible prophecy teachers out there, don't fall for this. This is a lie. They have no intentions of helping Israel and rebuilding that third temple. The Muslim Mahdi is here to destroy Israel, to usher in the Muslim faith, to conquer the whole world, and this is what they want to do. Um, so don't be fooled about this. Keep an eye on this. I think it's going to grow stronger. And the call to rebuild the third temple will grow even stronger as we get close to the rapture of the church. And the New Age movement, in my opinion, will get even more popular. And all of this is obviously working together to bring us closer to that time called the rapture. So this is just another lie by the devil, another one of his deceitful practices. So again, in my opinion, this is what's going on right now. Don't be fooled by it, and keep an eye on it, and we'll see what happens shortly. Okay.